there was a Disney merchandise expo that just happened in China over the week. And at this expo, they just go to retailers and give them looks at what they're working on. That way they can start making shirts and all this other stuff. And here's the front of it in Shanghai. And okay, we got Buzz Lightyear, Judy Hopps, Mickey Mouse, and Spider-Man. Now, again, granted, this Spider-Man we have seen already in other promotional photos. This was the merchandising expo where we first got a look at it. And although it is similar to the brand new day suit, it is not the exact same suit. And this promotional art has been seen on other stuff years before it showed up here. It seemed like a placeholder. And it also kind of makes sense because it's a Sony kind of property thing they're doing. So I doubt Disney would want to showcase a Sony owned thing as part of their merchandising line. They might do their own design there, but it's a close enough look. Okay. Well, with that one, there was also a Doctor Doom one. This one here, which again, we've seen before. It's Alex Ross art, great artist. And that's kind of what they use. So we were figuring like, okay, that's not really going to be then what Robert Downey Jr. is going to look like. Well, all that's changed with this new expo look. This art has not been seen anywhere. This is not fan art. This is not promo art. People done tons of reverse image searches and tried to look for where this version of Doctor Doom comes from. Nowhere. So if they used Alex Ross art earlier in the year for another expo, and now they came back for this expo, it seems like they just used then the actual concept and the actual look for what they plan Doctor Doom to look like in Avengers Doomsday. And here we have it. So I'm fully believing and buying this is the actual look Robert Downey Jr. will have. This is his full suit. Because again, why not just use the Alex Ross art again? You did it earlier in the year for the expo. This art is also nowhere to be seen. So why create brand new art that won't even be part of your movie? That just time and effort not needed. So I fully believe this. So looking at the suit, awesome. Gorgeous. I love the medieval design, the chainmail they got going on. The mask also looks so much better because if you remember the mask at the end of Fantastic Four, so Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four, not interested. Let's see here. They had a mask, Fantastic Four post-credit scene, and it was just so, I don't know, it was just lacking detail. It definitely felt like a placeholder mask. We didn't get like a great look at it. Here's the best look, but I mean, it's just so plain. It's just shiny, kind of there. And then again, looking at the Doctor Doom mask, so different. So much more detailed, so much more menacing, a lot more lines and a different chrome. This was very plain. And again, it's just for the post-credit scene. So it's not like it's going to be held on to continuity. They've done this a lot where they changed up the post-credit scene once we finally got it in the actual movie. And I do like this change. I think it does look a lot better. Okay, so along with this look at Doctor Doom, though, we also got this like teaser, which was kind of crazy. It was this light show that they created, Doctor Doom. Let's see if they pull it up here. Is part of this light show that they did in the main hall, and it was kind of sick. It was like, wow, they actually put in some effort. So here we have just Doctor Doom's arm coming through. It's almost hologrammy. And there's a couple of interesting things I noted from this thing. So for one, this is where I haven't seen anyone mention this. A lot of other stuff people have mentioned. But look at this shot right here. Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Tell me that doesn't look like the outline of the Iron Man mask. I feel like that is intentional. This is Doctor Doom sitting on his throne in there. But I feel like this top ridge part of his throne is an Iron Man mask. Does that not look like it? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Iron Man. Let's see if we get it. I feel like I see it on there a little bit. Let me see. Let me get like what's a good, like, you have here like the indent down below and the stuff right there. I see it. I feel like I see the Iron Man. I don't know, just a nice little parallel. I am not wanting that much of a, how do I say it, connection to the Tony Stark. I'm still so curious how they're planning that off, but I feel like it's kind of hard not to do some sort of Iron Man parallel when Robert Downey Jr. is honing the mask, right? So I don't know. That's one thing I kind of noticed. I was like, oh, it kind of looks like the Iron Man mask. Okay, but then we get to see him using his powers, all shattering everything. And this is where things got really interesting. So when we see this like doorway he's in front of, and then he starts using his sorcerer abilities on what to me looks like one of Shang-Chi's rings. Now, if you guys don't know, back in the Kang Dynasty days when we thought Kang was going to be the ultimate bad guy, we all theorized Kang was using a version of the 10 rings as part of his time chair because they just looked a lot like it. And the Shang-Chi post-credit scene was like, oh, there's something with your rings. They're pinging and sending a signal to somebody. It looks like that might be it. And if you also know the title for the Shang-Chi supposed sequel, which I bet you they're going to change and mess around with now, but Marvel at one point trademarked the name Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time. So it looked like his rings were going to be able to time travel, or his movie was just going to deal with time traveling of some sort. So it has time traveling abilities. I think then Doctor Doom mixing the time travel abilities of the 10 rings with his sorcery magic then opens up a gateway for the multiverse. And I feel like it gets kind of confirmed here because here you're going to see it spin around, go crazy with it again, 10 rings and the sorcerer powers. And there you go. Access here to the Avengers. We got the Avengers there. Then he shows off the Wakandans. So Black Panther. I'm thinking it's going to also cover Namor and the people in Atlantis there. And then Fantastic Four, their worlds, and then of course ending off with the X-Men. I was just kind of cool. It's just a little insight to maybe what they have going on. We don't know how much this will actually, impact Avengers Doomsday, but I feel like that's enough of a hint. That's enough of a little bit where we can theorize. And again, I mean, Shang-Chi is already confirmed to be part of this movie. They set up that post-credit scene. It'd be nice if they actually do something with it and not just let it fall flat. It's also nice to know Doom will actually have sorcerer abilities in this film because Doom just hasn't had that. It's always either been electricity powers or weird gamma radiation powers from the Fan Force Stick movie. Actually being a sorcerer this time around will be cool. My only question, I guess, is how does he get the rings in the first place? Because you got to be able to jump to a multiverse to get them, unless the rings just happen to already exist in the Fantastic Four universe, right? Or he only has one part of the plan to multiverse and he needs the whole rings to just be better to like easily travel, kind of the way Thanos with the glove. Once he got like the portal stone, he's like just portaling everywhere. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So a lot of stuff going on in there, but this was a nice little like just tease showing off that they got stuff going on. Again, Doom and his throne, all looking sweet. Okay, so that's been another topic of contention with this. Will they actually recreate the skeleton moment from the comics where Doctor Doom just pulls out the spine of Thanos? And in this little video, they do have a moment like that. I think I saw it. Here it is. It's like literally happens for like a split second. My hot take is it shouldn't be Thanos. I think they've already done Thanos weak too many times for it to actually be impactful in the movie. Because you think back to What If, you think back to Multiverse of Madness, you think back even to the 2 Infinity War and Endgame movies. They've killed Thanos. They've proven he's killable. I don't think he is the threshold to be able to show, dude, this guy means business, right? I think then this spine skeleton, whoever it is, has to be somebody else. Somebody that we either perceive as super strong or would be a really heartfelt death. I know there's people like this guy over here saying it could be Steve Rogers or Kang. Unfortunately, Steve Rogers, yes, that would hurt and that would suck if it was him, but we know he still has the vulnerability of a human, not that hard to pull out his spine. Kang, defeated by ants, so unexciting as a villain that they had to replace him, supposedly even before the controversy. So again, I don't think it's the people to do it. Unless that's just how you want to open the movie and explain why Kang isn't the villain anymore. It's just like he comes into that. So it has to be someone like Sentry, who they just shown super powerful. I don't want this to happen. I'm not a hater. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, that would be a crazy, because you've shown how powerful she is. She's gone toe-to-toe with Thanos. That would be insane. The Hulk would also be another really wild one. But the way they've kind of nerfed the Hulk so much into the Smart Hulk, again, I don't know if it'd have that impact. Again, though, but like Spider-Man, a bullet can kill him. So that's my thing. It's like you want to do it to somebody like, dude, yeah, if they somehow do it to a Galactus, that would be wild. And they could do it because if you watch the Fantastic Four, Galactus says, I used to be your size. I used to be tiny like you. And it's implied he got as gigantic as he did from eating planets. Well, at the end of the Fantastic Four, we have Galactus shot into space, is in a place where he's just stranded, floating out in the middle of nowhere, not doing anything. And 4 years have passed. I think that's enough starvation time for Galactus to shrink back down to a reasonable size, come up to Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom, Galact what? Galact what? Sometimes I cook. Sometimes I cook. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we'll see what ends up happening. But pretty cool. Pretty cool teaser. A lot of cool stuff. You guys let me in on who you theorize and who you think it could be, you know? All right. Let's see here then. All right. Time to talk about some Peacemaker. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.